Hi, guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is Psychic Medium Raymond Guzman, and I'm coming to you live right now. So I know it's kind of early. I don't know like who would be awake this early, but a lot of you are probably that are not working right now and are staying at home are early. If you are live with me, go ahead and comment and let me know that you're here. Hope everybody is doing okay. Let me know if this light is too bright. I can actually change that. Hi, guys. Can y'all hear me well? Hi. I'm actually doing it from my office space, so I'm not actually in my normal setup room where I have the rose background. So I'm glad to be here, and I wanted to come live and do this live thing. Let me just fix my light. Um, so I'm just reading all the comments. Hi guys. I'm sorry about the video on the angels yesterday that I did. I didn't use my microphone, which is what I have right here. So I was actually just speaking to my screen, and you could barely hear me unless you had headphones. So I'm glad that I'm here. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Good night if you're like in the, I guess, Australia or in China or some of those areas. So how's everybody doing? I've been doing okay. I wanted to take some time to come on here because I haven't been doing lives at all here on my YouTube, and I feel like I've kind of neglected some of you. The energy just hasn't felt right for the last 2 or 3 weeks. With everything that's going on, I haven't been in the right space to do, a lot of like celebrity videos. I'm not depressed at all. I'm fine, but you know what I mean. It's like nobody feels really motivated to do the work that they have been doing. Even though we're going through this, we have to raise our vibrations and stay positive and continue to do the work. So I know for a lot of my colleagues out there, all of my brothers and sisters that are out there that are tarot readers or psychic mediums or that do work, you may have noticed that a lot of us have not done a lot of videos. And that's probably because of the energy that's going on right now. So good morning. Um, but everything is getting better, guys. I came on here to spread some positive messages and do some Q&A. I'll be on here for about an hour. I definitely want to tell you that the media, you need to like disconnect from it. A lot of the media is propaganda, and it has its own agenda to control the masses. Okay. I also want to say that a lot of these celebrities that are getting the virus, I feel like that is actually fake, and they're being paid to do that. And I have not spoken out and said that, but even like Cardi B came out and even said that. I don't believe when I tune into the energy of certain people that are actually claiming that they got the coronavirus, and they're these celebrities, that they're being truthful about it. So yeah, don't believe everything that you are hearing out there. A lot of them are saying that we need to bend the curve, that things are going to get worse before, and it's all propaganda. I don't feel like it is as bad. I'm not trying to downplay it and say that it's not bad. It is, but it's not the way that they are saying. And so yeah, it's crazy with the media and the crap that they are feeding people. If you look at CNN, it's all 24/7. They don't cover anything else but the coronavirus, and it's just lies that are being it's a narrative that they're spinning about the coronavirus to control people. So and that's something that I've been talking about on these little kind of podcasts, vlogs that I've been doing here on my channel. If you do happen to get the coronavirus, the chances of you getting it are very minimal. but they're saying that a lot of people are getting it, but the fact of the matter is that a lot of people are not even, we're all self-contained right now. So how can this be spreading like a wildfire? I know that there's a lot of people that are working, especially our nurses, our doctors, our CNAs, the people that work in banks. So my heart goes out to all of my nurses out there, all of my doctors that are working hard and helping the people that actually do have the virus and that are getting it, because you're putting yourself at risk. And to me, I've always said this, and I've always considered nurses to be and doctors to be like earth angels here on earth, because they are here with a mission to heal people and to help them. So what they're doing is really, really commendable. And I just want to give them big hugs, because if you're a nurse or a doctor, I feel like that's a very specific mission that you are in this current timeline and lifetime doing the work. But again, I feel like a lot of the stuff that we're seeing on the media is to scare people. And if you're not spiritually awake, you're going to start feeling it. Like as an empath myself, and I know that a lot of my friends that are empaths, we've been feeling a lot of anxiety. Like I'm not the type of person that suffers from anxiety attacks, but I have been getting a lot of anxiety over the last 2 weeks. So I have to kind of remember what I used to do when I got anxiety attacks. So if you're suffering from an anxiety attack, you start feeling like, well, for me, like I cannot breathe. And you start feeling like very constricted. And it's just like you start feeling it here in your neck, tightening up. You start feeling kind of like your palms, just not feeling good at all. So if you're having that, I had to take a moment, because you feel like you're not breathing, but in reality you are breathing, but you're going through a hyperventilation. That's how I had chronic anxiety many, many years ago. So it feels almost like you're like doomed and you're dying, but you're not. You actually are breathing, and you're still breathing, but you're hyperventilating, which is meaning you're breathing more faster than what you're supposed to. And it can, be dangerous in certain parts if you're not careful with your anxiety. So what I do typically is I start closing my eyes. I take a deep breath and I just relax, and I'm trying to, let that out. And if I focus on something else other than what I'm feeling in that specific moment for like a minute, it actually goes away. But again, it's not easy if you have anxiety. And then a lot of people, like I said, are not being motivated. I see a lot of people doing TikTok. I've been doing a lot of TikTok as well. I'm going to be doing some more funny, because humor gets us all through this negative energy that is just going throughout the world. Try to stay connected. I'm just reading the comments. I'm so sorry. Tasha 5 stars, she said, I had an attack this morning. Yeah, it gets really bad. If you have anxiety attacks, one of the things that I found that was triggering mine back then 2 years ago was caffeine. And so I had to cut out caffeine. Now, this is not any medical advice for any of you that are listening. I can't give that. I'm not a doctor. But for me personally, what happened was that my blood type and the type of the blood type that I have, which is O. I'm not going to say whether it's positive or negative, that because that's confidential, but it's an O blood type. And so with that blood type, we have a sensitivity to caffeine. And I do. I don't know if everybody's blood chemistry is the same. And it was causing me to have anxiety attacks. So I had to get away from teas that were caffeinated, coffee that was caffeinated, and it helped to relieve my anxiety. Because what happens is that if you're like a certain blood type or a certain group, you already produce so much caffeine in your blood. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm not a doctor, like I said, but you produce some kind of levels of a hormone or et cetera that kind of is like equivalent to caffeine. And so when you add caffeine to that, it goes through the roof and it adds to your anxiety. So try doing that. There's also pressure points that you can do, like putting, right here in your third eye. You can press that just gently. There's just other pressure points that you can do throughout the body to relax you. Some people are getting what is it called? Acupuncture. And so, yeah, cortisol. That's exactly. So I'm going to take a sip of water here. I'm a coffee lover as well. I love coffee, but I have to moderate, do it in moderation. Like no more than 2 cups a day, because if I go further than that, then I start really feeling, and I don't do espresso. I try to avoid espresso shots completely. So I did my own hair because I can't go to the salon because of social distancing. So I did my hair color out of a box. I think I did pretty good. I bleached it and I did my toner. So I just need a haircut now. I was looking at this video, which is so funny, of a guy. I don't know if he was a hairdresser, and he actually was doing his own hair. He was cutting his own hair, giving himself a fade. And I was like, I am not that bold, honey. I am not that bold to get the clippers and start clipping my own hair and then go looking like a Cabbage Patch doll, or like that from the Rugrats. Remember Angelica? Remember she had that doll Cynthia that was just little sprigs of hair? I was like, nope, I ain't doing my own hair. So my mom actually used to cut my hair. She still knows how, but I'm thinking of going to a hairdresser. But I think you now have to do it by appointment if they're going to do it. I know that's not like the best thing to do, but yeah, I did color my own hair and I'm very proud of it. I can say that it came out pretty good. But I will not be taking the clippers and doing my own hair, even though I've seen some videos on YouTube how to do that with mirrors, because I would be looking like a hot mess. And then you're going to be like, what is going on with Ray's bald spots? Hi, Nicole. Hi, everybody. So I'm just having this little spiritual Q&A this morning with you guys. It is 10:50 a.m. here in Texas. Um, and I know that on the East Coast, it's probably close to noon and lunch. So tell me, what is up with you guys? What are y'all doing? Are y'all watching Netflix? I've been watching this show called, well, first of all, Madam C.J. Walker. I did a reading on her a long time ago, but if y'all haven't seen that one with Octavia Spencer, honey, you're missing out. Because Octavia, let me tell you, on this Netflix show, it's called Self-Made. Honey, there was just so many things. If you have not seen that Netflix series, you need to see it. I highly recommend it. I was like, no, her man did not cheat on her with that other woman. And so, yeah, it is crazy. The things that went on in Madam CJ Walker's lifetime, because I would have been the one with the frying pan and gave that man, her husband, a big hit on the head with the frying pan. I'm just kidding. I'm not a person that's violent at all. I'm just joking in all totality. But you need to watch it because it is crazy. I like that one. I've also been watching Paranormal Survivor on Netflix. So if you haven't been watching Paranormal Survivor, watch that. Really good shows. Let me see what other. There's another one called Diablero, which is kind of, I don't think I would recommend that. It is a lower vibration show. It's about like possessions and things of that nature, but I kind of like some of those shows for educational purposes, because when you watch some of these shows, it opens your eyes to like possessions and how real certain things are. So I've been watching that. I see some of you have been watching Dead Files. I love Dead Files. Love Amy and Steve DeShavi, I believe. They're really, really great. Let me see. What else have I been watching on Netflix? There's this other one called Haven. If you haven't watched it, The Witcher's pretty good. I've heard about Tiger King on Netflix. I need to watch that. I have not watched it. My friend Candy, I don't think Candy's on here, but if she is later, hi Candy. Anyways, she is just an amazing person, and she told me about Tiger King on Netflix. So I actually need to watch that. So yeah, somebody Isenia says I love the Ablero, just mute it when they chant. Yeah, you can mute your TV because they are saying some things. But yeah, those are some of the shows that I've been watching. Paranormal Survivor, I was watching it last night and it's really great. Glow is okay. Let me see what y'all are saying here. Lauren says, when you said low vibrations, it reminds me of my aunt. I got enough of that. Yeah, there's not enough psychic shows. Oh, the other one, Always a Witch. You know, I love witchy things. So that show is with this girl who is a witch from old times, and she travels through timelines, and she's like has so much that she goes through. It's a really good show. I'm not going to tell you too much about it, but if you haven't seen that, I definitely recommend it for you to check it out. I love that, love that show. And then Sabrina, if y'all haven't watched that one, you can watch that one too. If y'all haven't caught up with those. Um, and then don't forget to binge watch all of my videos here. I want you to know that I will be doing celebrity videos again. I just have kind of pushed away from that for the time being, just due to the energies. But I'm definitely going to be going back to doing celebrity readings and historical readings as well. My next video that's coming out later today or tonight actually, it will be a banana pecan bread recipe. Yes, cooking with Ray. I brought that back. I saw in the comments that a lot of you wanted to see me cooking, so I made that yesterday from scratch. Yes, Betty Crocker who. And it was delicious, let me say. But I did do a lot of substitutions. Instead of using like all-purpose white flour, I used coconut flour, and I really enjoyed it. I'm going to post pics of it as well. And I used real bananas, so it wasn't the thing like out of the Betty Crocker mix, you know, that you make bread. So I noticed a lot of people, my friend Mystic Michaela, which is Megan, she is an amazing aura reader, psychic medium as well. And she was actually posting on her stories on Instagram how so many people during this quarantine are actually going to they're actually doing like baking bread. They're baking bread. Like everybody's been in a baking mode. Like I yesterday had to order some supplies to be brought to my house since I'm pre-diabetic. I didn't want to go out there and expose myself to the virus or to people. So I am saying, and I'm using this app where it's like kind of like Instacart, where you just have people that go, they're your shoppers, your personal shoppers, and they're, you know, bringing you your food. Well, I needed the recipes. And so I was like, let me go ahead and get some baking powder, because I didn't have any baking powder. I had thrown mine away because it had been expired. Well, let me tell you, one of the major chains here in my city didn't even have the baking powder. So I was like, oh my God. Then I was like Googling, what do you do in a recipe if you need baking powder and you don't have it? Like, what can you use to make baking powder? And you can use baking soda as a substitute for it. But luckily, Aldi's came to the rescue. My personal shopper went to Aldi's. So I don't know if a lot of you have Aldi's in your area, but thank God that they had the baking powder, because I got to get it finally. So I'm just so happy that I got that, and I'm excited to share the video. I love cooking. I love baking. It is my thing. I don't know why. It puts me like in a creative space where I feel just like very centered and zen-like when I'm in the kitchen. So even though I'm still not out, you know, safe, like from being I'm still pre-diabetic. I still am eating a little sugar here and there, but in moderation. So this recipe called like for 1 cup of sugar. And so instead of using the sugar and then the white flour, which is starch, which would convert to added sugar, it would be like 2 cups of sugar if you really look at it from that perspective. I use the coconut flour because coconut is good for your diabetes or your blood sugar levels. It is a very healthy type of flour, I guess. They also had like almond flour. I've never used almond flour. And I know that I'm just talking about certain things. I know a lot of you want some readings. I will be getting into readings. We're 18 minutes into the show. I'm going to probably do this for about an hour and a half. So, you know me, I always just start talking, going through what is going on with Ray, you know, in my personal life. And then I get into the reading. So I'm just looking at, is your recipe gluten-free? Yes, the flour was actually gluten-free. Thank God. And the bananas were organic. And let me see what else. Everything that I used was organic, I believe. So everything was, I would say it is a vegan. Well, no, it's not a vegan recipe. I can't say that because I used eggs. I had to use 2 eggs. So it's not vegan, but it is pretty healthy, minus the sugar. If you want to go without white sugar, which you shouldn't even use white sugar. You can use coconut sugar as well. They also have Swerve, which is a sugar substitute for baking. They have that. You can use that for baking as well. So I use that. Let me see here. I'm just going to go through the comments. Does Aldi have paper products? I don't know. You have to check in your area. I've never actually been inside the Aldi's. I need to go and check it out once all this is over with. Um, so I know a lot of you are panicking. If you have questions right now about this coronavirus, about the situation, feel free to ask me those questions before I get into the private readings in a moment, or the not private readings, but the mini readings that I'll be doing. I'm going to be using my tarot cards. My Rider Waite is my favorite. So, do y'all have any questions about what's going on? I hope that I'm calming everybody out there that is tuning in. Be calm. It's going to be okay. I really feel like we are at the peak of it, and it's going to start declining. The amount of cases that we're actually seeing that are real cases, not made up cases that they're putting out there. As far as our economy, it is going to go into a recession. I've spoken about that. Um, it's not going to be, though, where we are like dead completely from an economic standpoint, and people are just going to be, you know, without all of that, without, support and money and stuff like that. Things are going to get better in certain parts before, it goes away completely. I don't want to say it goes away completely, because any virus and stuff, it tapers off and it takes time. But what I mean is, like, it's not going to be to the point where we're all like infected. Okay. So will the stimulus bill pass? Okay. This is my thing. I didn't want to get to the political, Ray doesn't like to get into the politics. I'm not favoring one party or the other. But let me just say this as a collective. I was watching that and I posted something on Instagram, then I had to delete it because I am in shock that people, I'm not going to say which party, are acting like children. And if you know who I'm talking about. If you're listening to the politics, they're acting like children. This is not the time for people to be about their political affiliation and to be, bickering. We have people out here that are worried about their rent, that are worried about their food, that have children. They've just been laid off. They need to be, we need, as a collective, our money. We need those checks. And for them to be in Congress right now and being in the House of Representatives and them acting like little children, this bill package is only helping, a certain group. I get that. I get that it's helping a certain group, perhaps. But the thing is that it's also still supposed to be helping other people. So the more that they delay this because they're having their little fits and their own little agenda, people are suffering, and rent doesn't wait, honey. And even though I feel like there is going to be some law passed eventually that will make it illegal for people during this kind of time when a state has been declared a disaster, for people that rent to other people, to make it, where they can evict them. I know that the law isn't like that right now, but there is going to be something that comes out that makes that illegal, because there are some renters out there that are not going to hesitate to throw a whole family out because they don't have, the funds to pay them. Some people are greedy, and that's just the human nature of people. There are greedy ass people out there that don't care 2 cents about other people. And so, yeah, this is not the time for the Democrats, I'm just going to say it, to be acting a fool. They need to get that tomfoolery out of there, and they need to really step it up, and they need to get to the point where they both come to an agreement over today or this week. Because people, the fact of the matter is that we as an economy cannot afford for this to keep going on. So that's all I got to say about that. I don't like getting into politics. I don't favor a certain party. I stay neutral. But the fact of the matter is that people are acting like children. Whether you agree with me or not, that doesn't matter. The point of the matter is that people, us as a collective, we need the help. We need the money. We need those checks. This is a long time giving. Now, had it been me as president of the United States and, ruling this, and I had the collective power, I would say definitely like a $5,000 stimulus package per person, because, honey, 1,200 is not enough if we're talking about rent, food, That's nothing. And especially if you live in California or you live in these parts that where cost of living is expensive, 1,200 is not enough. So like 5K would have gotten people through maybe a month and a half at least. But I guess they're doing the best that they can. And that's what I feel from Spirit, that what the government is doing, they're doing the best that they can with the stimulus package that they're trying to roll out. The fact of the matter is, though, that people are acting like children right now because they want, I think, like, I'm just going to say this. People don't like Trump, okay? Some people don't like Trump. The Democrats don't like Trump. The Republicans support Trump. The fact of the matter is that people don't want to see Trump reelected, but he's going to get reelected either way. Okay? That's the way it comes down to. And I didn't want to say this. I didn't want to vomit this out, but I'm just going to say it. And the fact of the matter is the Democrats have an agenda right now where they want to delay this stimulus package because they feel that if they do that, it's going to make Trump look really bad and it's going to prevent him from getting reelected. Okay? That's exactly what I am getting from Spirit. That's what's going on. Now, the fact of the matter, if you don't like Trump, you don't support Trump, that's your personal opinion. The fact of the matter is that people are suffering. And so whatever it is, they need to settle their differences because this is like pre-K, little children fighting. They need to get over it, and issue out those benefits, those that stimulus checks out to people. So that's what I had to say. I know a lot of people don't like the fact that I maybe have said that, and I apologize. Like I said, I don't follow it, but I'm going to give you the tea. I'm not one to censor and to tell you, well, beat around the bush. No, Ray gives you exactly what it is that's going on. So regardless of the matter, they just need to get it right. And that's what I have to say about that. All right. So I'm not going to get in the tangent, get into my soapbox about that. But I was looking at it yesterday and I was like, giving them that stink eye because definitely we need the money. People need the money right now. Like this is not a time to be, fighting. There's people that have rent coming up. We're about the month is about over. Rent's they're going to be knocking on the door and people need these checks. They need help. And states, like from my perspective, states are going to also step in and pass their own laws and roll that down to jurisdictions and counties and make it illegal for these people to, at this time. I honestly feel like there should be a law. But again, apart from what I feel like there is going to be something that comes out of this where going forward, if your area is declared or the state is declared as an emergency disaster area, that it's illegal for renters to evict you, even though they need their money. But then again, the renters that are not evicting people and are not making money, they also need help from the government to pay for those, even if it's giving them vouchers or whatever, like FEMA usually does in a disaster. They need to do that because people need a place to stay. And so, okay, I'm going to get off of that because, I don't want to get into that because, no. All right, so we're going to go on to the next question. Do y'all have any other questions? The buses are legit free now. I can imagine like there's nobody riding the subway. Like I wouldn't want to be in a subway bus either. I would be ordering everything that I could online. And even online, it's crazy. Like Amazon, I thought had our backs during this crisis, but now you can't even find a bar of soap on Amazon. You can't even find herbs like elderberry. You can't even find certain things on Amazon. So like people have gone, I guess, on a mass shopping spree online now that they have nothing better to do. And so it's crazy. I know, Texas Q Patriot. I know. Democrats are not passing our financial relief. They voted no. I know. And it's sad because, again, this is all to support an agenda. And, again, putting differences aside. What do you think about the coronavirus? I honestly, like I've said, if y'all haven't seen my videos about the plague, it is related to 5G. There is a correlation to this with 5G. And 5G actually lowers the human body's frequency or the susceptibility, their immune system. It affects us in many, many ways. Notice the areas. I want to say this. Notice the areas that have been affected the most, okay? And where has 5G been rolled out the most? We're talking about New York, California, Washington. Now, if I'm not mistaken, these areas, some of these areas may have already had 5G. Here in Texas, where I live in South Texas, I only have LTE. I don't have 5G. Those areas have been already rolled out with 5G. Okay. And those are the areas that this big mass thing, if you are awakened spiritually and you know about this, you are going to see it. In some of the other areas where there may have not been 5G, you have to understand this is a grid. And all this radio frequency, these radio waves of this 5G, it is extending for miles, and it, like thousands of miles, and it creates the energy. It doesn't have to be in every single state or city. It it spreads. People will call me a conspiracy theorist. Conspiracy theorist is a term that has been given to people to hide the truth of facts. So it is affecting people that have um, the 5G, and then their immune system is compromised by this without them even knowing. Yes, you may feel fine, but internally you're not fine. And then this virus comes in and you're infected with it, and your body is not able to fight it, because what it does, it creates pneumonia, but a viral pneumonia, not a bacterial pneumonia. That's when they say that there's nothing right now that can help it except for that hydroxychloroquine, that malaria drug, and then azithromycin, which is an antibiotic. And there's other combinations of stuff. And again, with that, we're seeing that, Trump approved that, or has kind of told doctors and people to roll that out because it seems to be working for people. But then we see this backlash that, from certain political parties, that this is not a drug that should be given to everybody, and there's adverse effects and blah blah blah. Well, that's a risk. There's a risk for every drug that you take out there that's a pharmaceutical. So it doesn't matter what you take, there's always an adverse risk for everybody. But if there is a cure that doesn't involve a vaccine, and it's rather taking and popping some antibiotic pills and an hydroxychloroquine, why not, give that to people and let them get cured, and they need to know and be disclosed what are the side effects and what are the possibilities. But that's what I'm saying, and I also feel like I've said before, with all these big companies that are very rich and have made so much money and they're crying out for help, like, there's a lot of people that are CEOs, honey, that are in the cosmetic industry right now, that are in the airline industry, that are in the cannabis industry, that are in all of these high levels and have made millions of dollars, that are shook. They are shook right now, because if the economy continues on this trend, let me clear my throat before I go further. If the economy continues in the way that it is right now, what's going to happen is that people don't have jobs. How can they buy those people's cosmetics? How can they go into and afford an airplane trip? How can they afford to buy their Louboutins or their Louis Vuittons or these designer clothing? How can they afford to, purchase their cigarettes and stuff like that? It's a ripple effect. And so, believe it or not, these CEOs that are shook right now, they're shooketh to the core. They know what's up. They're losing millions and millions of dollars. Their ad campaigns, their new products that they have that they want to roll out in the fall, spring collection, fall, new things that they want to roll out, they can't roll them out anymore because Coachella's been canceled. The Olympics has been canceled. Everything has been canceled. I had an event coming up in May. I don't even know if I'm going to still have that event unless this gets better. I may have to reschedule that until October or November, or maybe in 2021. I'm not certain. Everything still stands for my event for my birthday party in May, but I don't know, as a psychic, I don't know everything. And I'm very adamant about that. I'm not always 100%, and I don't believe any psychic is. And I also wanted to address something very, very close to my heart about people talking crap about Sylvia Browne. Okay, I've gotten a lot of people asking, well, was she right? And I've heard a lot of other colleagues of mine that, I don't judge anyone, but they've been talking crap about Sylvia, that she was fake or that she didn't do this. And I'm like, honey, the fact of the matter is the woman made the prediction. Even if Dean Koontz made it in that book, Sylvia also made the prediction. And she was right. She was right about it. She was right about the prediction. So whether you want to believe it or not, that's up to you. But Sylvia Brown was the real deal. Even if people got readings from her and they didn't resonate with her, they didn't come to pass, you have to understand, like I said, people, when they hear the word psychic, they're like, well, you should know everything. You should be like God, that you should know everything that's right. And then the moment they are right, people, you hear crickets. You don't hear anything about them. And after her death, people discredit her about that case, about that she had said somebody was dead and they weren't. Like I said, she wasn't God. No one is perfect. No one has superpowers that are 100% accurate. But the fact was that the woman got it right. And now all these other psychics and mediums are like commenting, talking crap about her, that they don't see it right or they don't see this going on. And I'm like, you're talking about your own people. We're supposed to be a spiritual community and be together. Why are you talking crap about other people that are gifted? You're not the only person that's gifted. We're not like, I know that I'm not the best, I'm very humble when it comes to my gift. I know that there's always people out there that are more stronger than me with their psychic abilities. They may be older than me, or people from the past. But we need to stay totally humble and during these times and not let our egos, because the egos is what I'm seeing a lot of people talking crap about her predictions and stuff like that. But I definitely feel that she was on the right track and that things are going to get better with the situation. So again, just have to keep calm. Italy, I believe they're already on a downward trend. I was reading some articles. They're already are kind of on the downward spiral. They're getting it under control. And a lot of China, the one thing that I don't like is that we're talking bad about China, even though, yes, the virus may have originated it there. But China, believe it or not, they have their own cures and stuff, and they're helping. They're going to be coming to Italy and to the USA to help. Those doctors that helped combat in Wuhan all of that virus and stuff, they're coming to the USA as well. So we have no right to be talking crap about China, even if you don't like them. You have your personal agenda. This is not the time for us to be going at war with China. We need to love everybody, every country, and put all of that aside. So that's the only thing that I don't like that's going on in the world right now. We're like, if a lot of people were against Muslims because here in America, because of whatever they did, whatever ISIS was doing over there in the Middle East. The same thing is going on with China. Even though this virus, we always want to point a finger at somebody, and to me that's just very childish. Whether it started in Italy or it started in China or in Timbuktu, I don't care. We need to come together as a collective. Like, if this virus has taught us anything about humanity, it's to be united at this time and spread love, not hate, anger, or pointing fingers, because that doesn't get anyone anywhere. And so that's what I had to say about that. So let me go ahead and start. If you want a reading, just say general reading, and I'm going to start pulling some cards here and telling you exactly what I see. But let me go ahead and clear my throat. It's 11:14 my time, so I'll be wrapping it up at 12 o'clock. If you want to donate any amount, it won't guarantee that I read for you because a lot of people are going to donate, and I probably won't get to them, but it will support my channel and what I do. And there is a little $ symbol that you can click. So, all these general readings. Oh, Lord. Okay, let me see. I'm going to try to go up. If you've commented general reading, you can please only do it once. Okay, so I'm going to go to the very top one. Love, Miss Nadia. I hope I said that right. Love and Miss Nadia. So let me pull some cards for you. I got my crystal on from Lunar Dimensions. This is an amber with a citrine. I have it on because amber calms me down. It makes me feel very zen-like. So, hi, Ryan. All right. So, Miss Nadia, let me see what's coming up for you. I got my selenite wand here. Okay, Miss Nadia. These are just general readings or mini readings. So, okay, first card for you was the Ace of Pentacles. So there's a lot of focus right now about you and your money situation. I feel like you are worried. And I know that you are kind of worried about, what's coming up. There's money coming to you. Again, I don't know if this is a stimulus package or it's just through your job, but there is light at the end of the tunnel. So don't worry about that. Okay. Got that? You also are thinking this whole virus and this whole quarantine has you thinking about other things, Miss Nadia. You have two decisions that you're kind of contemplating. I feel like this is career oriented for you or possibly in another aspect of your life, but there is something that you are thinking about, again, has to do with money, and it could be that you're facing or thinking about two different jobs after all this is said and done, and where you want to take that to, if that makes some kind of sense. Hold on to it if it doesn't. I feel like for you, there's something either with, again, your job or in another aspect where you feel like you are being judged in some way, or you're feeling like you're being treated a certain way during this isolation, quarantine, this whole mess. So for you, I actually got the justice card. So with the justice card for me, it's like, it could represent a legal issue, but for me in this reading, when I'm interpreting it for you, kind of feel like you are going to be getting something in your favor. Something is going to work out in your favor that you are kind of uncertain right now. So, Miss Nadia, that is what I get for you. Okay. So, I hope that that resonates. If it doesn't, hold on to it. Like I said, but that's what I see. It's you have a lot of thoughts about money right now, completely, and so things are going to be looking okay. So big blessings to you. All right, let's get here to the next one. Let me go up. I know Mr. Shoddy Red says, I feel bad for seniors as well as no prom, no graduation, no senior trip. I know so much of nothing going on. Okay. Crystal John Casper. Okay, let's do Crystal. You're welcome, Miss Nadia. Okay, Crystal John Casper. Okay, for you, I got the cups, the Knight of Cups. So with the Knight of Cups, for me, this symbolizes something on a very emotional level. So I feel like you're stuck in your emotions right now. This has you very emotional. You could be feeling kind of worried on the down low, low key, kind of, worried about something. I also feel like this is like a lot of focus on love right now. So I'm not sure what's going on in your love life, but when I see this, I feel like this would be a male energy that you would be focused on, or like love coming into your life. And I feel like there's some communication going on. There is going to be some emotional fulfillment for you. Then I got the Page of Wands, and this has to do with like starting new, the way I interpret it. It also has to do with like a journey for you. So I feel like you're in a journey right now, where you are like contemplating exactly what areas of your life. I see like possibly for you, like going into something doing with writing, maybe even starting your own YouTube channel in the future. But there is a lot of thoughts of different aspects of what you could be doing. And so that's what I get with you. And then again, I get the, what is this? The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 of Swords. So with the 6 of Swords, there is movement. Possibly you leaving a job, leaving something behind. So there's like a fresh start for you after all of this is said and done with this virus, this quarantine. There's a new start for you. That's what I'm getting. Something new entirely for you. All right. So and that was for Miss Casper. I think I said that right. So I hope that this resonates with you. If it doesn't, hold on to it. This is just a mini general reading. I'm just trying to go really fast so I can get through as many people as I can right now. You're welcome. All right, so let's get to the next one. Um, okay, Miss Key O2. Miss Key O2. Let's see. I'm going to do a reading for Miss Key O2. Are a lot of you eating some snacks as you're watching? Okay, Miss Key O2. I'm pulling some cards for you. I'm just shuffling. Okay, Miss Key. I get here there's a lot of focus on your family with the Ten of Cups. Maybe you are finding that your soul family, this doesn't have to be your own family, but like children or, friends that are like soul family, that there's a lot of focus on them right now, where you're finding some healing, during this quarantine and stuff, staying connected using social media, etc. There's just a lot of focus on that and some happiness. I feel like you're someone that has to be always doing something, always moving around, getting active in some kind of work. You can't just sit still and watch the media. It's too much for you because you're an empath, Miss Key. And so what I'm getting here for you is that with this card, it's what is it? The 1, 2, 3, 4 of swords. I don't know. I'm not good with Roman numerals at all. Four of swords. So with this card, it's like a card of rest. It's telling you that you need to really start focusing right now and hunkering down, grounding yourself. This is not a time to be very active, but kind of taking it a little bit more slower and using this time to really rest and recuperate because you've been going nonstop. And for you, I feel like you may not like that in many ways, Miss Key O2, but that's what Spirit is saying. And then I got the 10 of Wands, which means like you are coming out of a situation. I don't know if this is more of your financial, but you're coming out of a situation feeling like, okay, you are gonna be okay, but it was quite, not easy. You come out of it, like you see him, he's kind of like hovered down. It kind of feels like in that way, like you're going through a lot of shifting. There's a lot of communication, but you're feeling kind of defeated in some ways, but you are still coming out of it okay. All right. So that's kind of like the energy for you for the next 3 months or so. But you're gonna be absolutely fine. And so that was from Miss Key O2. I don't know if she's still on. All right. So let me go on to the next one. Ivy Murphy. Ivy, are you on? I'm doing Ivy Murphy. Oops. Trying to find my other cards. Let me use some other cards for you, Ivy, because Spirit is wanting me to use other cards. So I'm going to use my fairy cards, which I really, really love. Okay, Ivy, so I'm going to pull 3 cards for you. All right, the first card that I got here for you is Inspiration. This is what it looks like. Okay, and what it says here is be prepared as you'll soon receive a visit from the Fairy of Inspiration. Come dusk or dawn, she will call at any time. So this is a time for you to be inspired, to use this time wisely, to focus on, what you can do to help others and stay positive at yourself as well. So that's what this time is for, Ivy. And then I also got here solitude. Think of being alone as meaning you're all one and in total harmony with everything. The greatest treasures are those that wait silently during your quiet times. So that's the actual card here. And then it got shine from within. You, looks are only skin deep. True beauty shines from within, and it's time for you to shine. This is the time for self acceptance and for revealing your true beauty. So again, I feel like you've been maybe going through some issues, maybe not feeling too good about, life, about how you feel, and you're processing this all internally, but everything's going to be okay. That's from Miss Ivy Murphy. So I hope that that helps you in some way. All right, let me scroll down. Okay, just going through the actual comments. I'm reading them. Thank you, Miss Key, for your donation. All right, so let me get to the next person. All right, let me get to the next person here. Shanice Smith. Miss Shanice, are you on, honey? Was drawn to Shanice. I'm using my Rider Waite for you, Shanice. I actually feel good being here and being able to do some readings for you guys. I haven't done this, like I said, in a while, so it feels good to be reconnected with you guys. All right, Shanice. All right, Shanice. So for you, I got here the Page of Pentacles. Again, a lot of focus on money. You are thinking of something new, something after, like, I feel like you've had conversations with your own spirit guides, with your higher self. Like, honey, after all this coronavirus is gone, I'm going to be pursuing something that I should have been doing, career wise, to make money. This could be like a business idea or something of that sort, or a different career. But I feel like you're going to be going through some positive changes within the next 3 months. I also feel like you need to be careful with the Five of Swords coming up. You can see here that the guy that's in green, he's kind of smirking and looking like, I've, defeated these guys over here. But really and truly, he is the villain in many ways of how I interpret this card myself. And even though they have kind of walked away, like, you could be feeling like you've been defeated in some ways by this whole stuff that's going on, whether it's an employer or just, life, family, friends, whatever the situation is. This card, I feel like, is saying that regardless of the feeling of defeat, that it's actually a blessing in disguise that you've walked away, and that person will get theirs eventually. So I feel like you may have been hurt, or somebody's done something to you that it wasn't good. But I don't know if this is current or past. I feel like it could be current, but also past. But Spirit is saying that don't worry or dwell upon that so much, because there is like a divine justice or karmic lessons that are coming to those individuals. Then we got here the Tower. So when I see the Tower here, it looks kind of catastrophic. You see the lightning hitting it and it's destroying it. People are flying out of the tower. It is a very frightening card when you look at it, but it's not frightening at all. The Tower just signifies change, big changes coming. So there is, like I said, I feel like when it's no coincidence when we look at these three cards here that I pulled for you. I got first the positive card of the actual money, right? But then I also got this one with dealing with the past, and then the big change is coming. So I feel like these two cards, when I put these two cards together, with the Page of Pentacles, it means that there's big changes coming, but you have to take the initiative in this. No more procrastination, because it's going to issue to some big like this is a catalyst here for you for change. And that's from Miss Shanice Smith. So I hope that these messages, you sit with them and they make some sense to you later if they don't now. All right. Shanice, like, thank God. Okay. Let me do a couple more. Let me see here. Riri. Okay, let me do one for Riri. Thank you for your donation, Riri. All right, let's get some cards for her. When I read cards, I know that a lot of you are asking, like a lot of readers read reversals, but when I use my Rider Waite, I don't like to read reversals. I just feel like it. I know that a lot of people are like, well, you should be reading reversals, but I don't like to because to me, the spirit doesn't operate. Like if you're dealing with a high vibration, spirit doesn't deal. And this is just for me personally. I'm not going to speak for everybody else. Everybody has their opinions on how to read tarot or cards, but I don't read reversals when I do tarot cards, only for the fact of that matter that I deal with high vibration of spirit guides and angels. And so I don't feel like they will give a negative, or like if there is something negative, I'll see it in, even if it's in the standing position or upright position. It doesn't have to be in an upside down position. I'm not saying that all upside down or reversals are negative, but I don't read upside down. Sometimes I may for myself, but if I'm doing live readings, I don't. Ooh, Riri, girlfriend. I don't know why, but I got the devil card for you. So when people see the devil card, they automatically think it's evil, it's satanic, and it's not that. The this card represents the lover's card, but it is the opposite of the lover's card. Like it is the sister card of the lover's card, where the lover's card's happy, high vibration. It speaks of love coming in. This speaks of potentially different things. It talks about your love life, and there's something, either you're in a relationship now or you broke up. There is something about your love life causing pain, and there was some type of like bondage to your love life, a lot of focus, it drained or took a lot out of you. I feel like this may be more of, I want to say the past, but it could be the present as well. But the fact of the matter is that it comes out. And so I feel like there's a lot of focus on love, but there's also a focus on your finances. And so with the finances here, you're considering, what are your two options. So you have some worries here. I feel like you're kind of stuck. I feel like you're stuck in a certain way and you can't seem to raise or get out of that stagnation that you're in with these two cards here. It's been a cycle that's been going on for quite some time. And notice how this is like the infinity symbol, the 8. It does the 8 sign. So it kind of is like a cycle that you've been going through back and forth. And I feel like spirit is telling you to kind of analyze those areas of your life that things have been repetitive and have been repeating, that we need to change. And only you can change it, Riri. Only you can change it, but you have to be strong about it and stick to your guns, stick to your what you feel is right for your soul. Then you got the 3 of Wands. So the 3 of Wands represents, again, a lot of communication. I feel like it could also symbolize for you looking out at the future. You're very focused on the future right now. What is coming up for you? I feel like it's positive things, but in order to get to there, you have to work through this devil energy, this devil card, which is the lover's card, the opposite of the lover's card. You have to work through that, and you have to make some important decisions, and weed out all of the toxic people that are weighing you down, whether this is family or this is someone from your past that you can't get over. Um, so hold on to that. But the future looks bright for you. When I look at the next 3 months, right around summer, the end of summer, this could be around August as well, July, August. There may be some trip that you take. There may be someone new coming into your life, quite possibly. Or and this doesn't have to necessarily be romantic. It can also be like your friendships. It's like starting anew. You are going to go through some deep changes here. So I hope that helped, Riri. All right, so let me get to Oh, guys, I wanted to tell you, all of my readings right now are on sale. I put them at $80 for a psychic reading. There were, let me clear my throat. I reduced my price readings until further notice because of the economy, the cost of living, everything that's going on. So they were like 120. I reduced them down to $80, which I know a lot of people are like, well, that's still expensive, etc. But I do give a lot of information in the readings. So, anyways, they are on sale, and the 12-month readings are also on sale right now on my website until further notice, because of the situation at hand. So I just wanted for you guys to know. So Karen A, thank you so much for your donation. Let me do a reading on Karen A. Um, so for those of you that don't have PayPal, you can send me an email. There is a workaround for that. I have Venmo, um, so you can definitely do that as well. I just set up Venmo. Can you believe I've actually gotten into Venmo? I had never used it before in my life, but according to my friend Candy, all the young people are using Venmo. Like a lot of people are using Venmo. It's easier. I don't know. But anyways, all right. So let me get into Miss Karen A. All right. So, Miss Karen A, you got the Five of Pentacles. I feel like a lot of heavy energy tied to you. Either you've been told by a job that you need to stay at home. There's a lot of uncertainty about your career. This kind of makes me feel like you're walking away from a job. Changes there for you, but you got the Two of Wands. So there is a journey here for you. Even though you can't see it right now, things are going to get better for you with the Two of Wands. You're going to hear something within the next 2 months. This is big changes for you around your career. This is where I feel it, excuse me, feel it the most. I do feel like there is something either in your career or your personal life where there's some challenges. There's some people that are very low vibration, as you can see with the Five of Wands. This is a card where a lot of people are just like going at it. A lot of negativity, toxicity. And so Spirit wants you to release that and not get involved in that. Walk away from it. Even if you're the type of person that wants to defend yourself, now is not the time for you to do that. All right. So I hope that this helps, Karen. Thank you so much. Many blessings to you. All right. Next one is, let me see here, Sandra Bukarik. I hope I said your name right. Thank you so much for your donation. I'll get to you in just a minute, Sandra, but let me do Kelly Malone because Kelly, hi, Kelly. She just donated. So hi, guys. Welcome to the channel. I'm just doing some readings for people at this point, but this will be live. I mean, you can go back and replay it if you missed the beginning portion of the reading or the actual video later. So let me do Kelly and then I'll do Sandra. Thank you, SK. She says $80 is not expensive. People who love you will not question your energy, time, and money. I know. I just feel bad because of the economy and how it is right now. It's horrible. Like a lot of people can't afford it, especially with rent looming and layoffs left and right. So this is the reason I kind of give back doing lives like I used to give back to the community and help people who otherwise couldn't get a message. So in a minute, I'm going to stop doing the donation readings and do the readings back for the people who haven't donated. So with you, Kelly, 2 decisions. Again, this feels like it may be around your career right now. Has you thinking about your money. You are in a cycle right now, but you're going to come out of that with the King of Wands, very decisive. I feel like this is also maybe a lot of focus on your love life right now, something going on. I feel like there's just a lot of assistance that's coming for you over the next 3 months. And again, a lot of swift movements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. With the, I think this is the 8 of Wands. I'm not good with, let me see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of Wands. So with the 8 of Wands, a lot of swift communications. You're going to be very busy over the next 3 months, looking, researching, changing things around. Overall, a lot of changes for you, but good things coming to you. I don't feel like there's any bad things, just that you need to start making some decisions, because you're kind of stuck in a cycle right now. So that's for Kelly. All right, for Sandra, let's get Sandra. Thank you, Dial Jage, for Josh. She's really sweet. I'm not pulling cards for donations. I'm pulling cards for people, that anybody that is wanting a general reading, but I am doing some for the people that are donating, but I'm going to start doing some for the people that haven't donated, that maybe don't have the money to donate, that just want a reading. Like I said, it's not about that. It's about helping people, but I also feel like kind of obligated when people donate. So let me just pull for Sandra really quick and then start doing. I'm looking back at my clock when I have it here on my computer. I have about 15 minutes and then I have to wrap it up. So I have some stuff to do. But Sandra, for you, I have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that 6, 4, 5, 6, 7? 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of Cups. All right. So for the 7 of Cups, a lot of changes, a lot of decisions you have to make. You feel kind of emotional right now. Things are up in the air for you, kind of like at a standstill. I don't know if this is because of the coronavirus, the quarantine, self-isolating, but there's a lot of decisions and it has you kind of feeling emotional. It has you feeling kind of disconnected from yourself, but you're going to make decisions very soon. The Hermit card. This could be about your love life, but also you in general not wanting not wanting to adult with people, like being around people. You could be feeling kind of lonely during this time. Spirit is telling you that things are going to be okay, but use this time wisely because there's a lot of wisdom and downloads of information that's going to come to you from this time that you're alone. This is like a spiritual journey for you at this time, Sandra. Okay. Sanda. I keep saying Sandra. Sanda. I'm sorry. And the World. Kind of the World is like, it's such a good card. It's such a powerful card. Like things that you have been working on are coming to fruition for you. It's coming. Notice that she is like symbolized in like a circle. When we look at the circle, it's like a cycle's being completed. It is the symbol of unity. It's a symbol of completion. It is a symbol of like you being adorned. And so things are going to start coming. You're going to get the recognition that you deserve. Things are going to start opening up for you. There's a lot of doors that are opening up for you over the next 3 months or so. Okay. And that's for Sanda Bukarik. Thank you so much. All right. So let me get back into the population. I call it into the population where we have Erie 5 Scott. Let me pull some cards for you. I'm going to start pulling just one card so I can get a couple more people before I wrap it up in 15 minutes. So, Erie 5 Scott, let me pull a card for you. Okay, Erie 5 Scott, I got the card of the Ace of Swords. You're going to be conquering whatever your fears are, whatever is going on right now in your life. You're going to be mastering that. This is a lot of mental energy, but a lot of success. So whatever you're thinking, whatever actions you're putting into place, Erie 5 Scott, I hope I said that right. You are on the right track, okay? This is a very positive card. Ace of Swords, very powerful. All right, let me start doing one for Joanna R. Joanna, if you are on. Guys, and I'm sorry if you didn't get a reading today, if I didn't select you. I'm only going to who Spirit is drawing me to when I'm in the general population of the comments. So, all right. So, Joanna, the Wheel of Fortune. Things are going to be changing for you for positive. Whatever you're going through right now, there's some changes coming on the way in your life in general. I feel like this is love life related for you, Joanna. Things are going to, you could be meeting someone over the next year. but I feel like this is a cycle of completion where you've been feeling like you have bad luck or things are not working out for you in many ways. They are going to start changing for you with the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so stay positive, raise your vibration, stay in that. Let me see here. Okay, Vanessa Lopez. Let's get Vanessa. Okay, for Vanessa Lopez, let's see here. Ace of Wands, just out of the deck, and I shuffled them. So for you, this has to do with also things that you have set in motion. A lot of doubts. I feel like you've been doubting some things for yourself, but I am getting here that it's positive. It's gonna be all right for you. There is a lot of communication again that you're gonna be very busy. You may even receive some good news on the horizon in a written form or a phone call from, I feel like, an organization. And this could even be the money that's coming in from the stimulus whole thing. So for this is for I can't remember who I said it was, Lopez, I believe. That is for you. Okay. All right. So let me get into I am me. I am me. Let's do her real quick. Okay. Okay. I am me is okay. The Five of Cups. You're feeling a little bit lost here, feeling like maybe things are not working out the exact same way that is it's happening for you. So I'm going to pull another card only because I don't like when I pull the Five of Cups. It's kind of it feels like kind of like a gloomy message for you. Okay, this is much better. So we have the Five of Cups, then we pulled the 10 or the nine of was it nine of pentacles, 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, the nine of pentacles. So money's coming again. Things are going to start flourishing for you around summertime. I feel like you're going to feel some normality again. Some of your fears about your finances are going to be going away. And then we got here the 10 of cups. So you have some concerns around your family as well. There are some changes that are very positive that are coming to your family, to your friends. This doesn't have to necessarily be blood family, but like people that are your soul families. They're coming together. There's going to be some happy times on the horizon. So stay positive, okay? And I hope that that helped you. All right, that was for I am me. All right, so let's get here. I'm going to do a couple more. I have about 10 minutes. It's 11:51 my time. Okay. Okay, Tuyen Nugent. I don't know how to say your last name, and I don't know how to say your first name. Tuyen, and I think that's Nugent. Okay. For you, I got here the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. I believe this is like the 9 of cups. Um, for you, it's like this is a time of kind of like looking at things. I feel like you were kind of prepared for whatever is happening, even though you may not feel like you are. Emotionally, you're giving a lot of support to other people. You are being like a light for other people. You're a healer. You are a light worker in general. And so you are helping other people at this time. And you're being called into your power to help other people and use whatever you have to help other people, even if it's just talking to them via FaceTime, etc. Then I got the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands, new energy. Again, about your love life. Don't know what's going on with your love life, but it looks pretty good. It feels like there's something new coming for you. Maybe it's a new turning point. You discovering someone new in your life, talking to someone new. Okay, but there is a lot of focus on a masculine energy, and that was for the person, Nugent. I think I said that. I'm not sure if I said that right. All right, let's get on to the next person. So I'm kind of going like really super fast here because I want to get as many people as I can. Um, let me see here. Kinks and curls. She's like, everyone like pick me. Okay. Kinks and curls. Thank you, Karen. You're such a sweetheart. Karen H, since you're a doll. Brazil. Obrigado. I don't know if I said that right. I know a little bit of words here, and I have some Portuguese bloodline, so I know a little bit of words here and there. I found that through my DNA ancestry, but my vocabulary is like not good in Brazilian. Okay, so kinks and curls. Working hard with this this pentacle suit that I got here. Okay, this is like the 8 of Pentacles. So with that, it's like there's a lot of focus on work. It has you stressed out, but you're working very hard over the next 6 months to a year. You're working very hard, kinks and curls. I also feel like there is some with the Knight of Swords. There's something like of you taking action. You've had it with certain people. You will be cutting out certain people. You're going to be going towards your goals. You have it all planned out. This is a time of like going forward with that. And then with the 7, this is a 7. Yeah, the 7 of Wands. Even though you see him kind of like having a battle with other people down here, there's something going on where you may be like in a confrontation. Let me just clear my throat. There is something going on where you may be feeling like you have to defend, but you have the upper hand in a situation. That's what it's saying, kinks and curls. I feel like you have the upper hand. You need to not worry. Things are going to be coming out in the way that you want it to be, okay? So don't worry about it. You're going to be fine. Okay. Got 5 minutes. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up now because I am energetically drained. This took a lot out of me, but I really, really enjoyed it. I will be doing some more lives with you guys every week. So next week, I'll probably do it around Wednesday or so. I want to thank you so much for being here. I may do a live on Instagram this weekend. Stay tuned to my Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, please follow me at Psychic Medium Ray. And also on Patreon, I am teaching psychic and mediumship courses for development. It's only $1.99 per month. If you want to go over there and join, it's www.patreon.com/psychic medium Ray. My oils are on sale for $10 each right now, indefinitely. I had run a sale until the 24th, but I'm trying to help all of you guys out. If you donated and didn't get a reading, thank you so much for your support. Don't worry about it. If you did donate, I will come back to it on the next live and just comment that you, or you can email me at celebritypsychicmediumray at gmail.com, and I will answer your questions. I know there's like 3 or 4 of you that donated, or maybe 5 that I haven't gotten to. So I will get that. And there's a way for me to verify as well. Just when you do that, comment with your username here on the YouTube channel. So blessings and love and light, guys. Have an amazing day or night wherever you are in the world. Bye.